Welcome back. In the previous video, we began our journey by downloading and installing Python from the official Python website, getting familiar with the Python shell, an interactive environment for quickly testing Python commands, writing and executing our very first Python program, the classic Hello World example. If you haven't seen that video yet, I recommend watching it first to make sure you're properly set up. In today's video, we'll dive deeper into Python fundamentals. You'll learn how to write scripts in editor mode, use essential built-in functions, understand variables and basic syntax, explore side effects, properly comment your code, and practice writing clear pseudocode. Let's get started. When you click New File in IDLE, you're entering the editor mode. This opens a new window where you can write multiple lines of code and save it as a .py file. This environment is often called the script editor or just the Python file editor. So in interactive mode, you write and run code one line at a time. But in editor mode, you write full Python scripts and run them as a whole. In these scripts, we have write two lines of code and we will run it as a whole in first script. This is our first script and we will save it as a .py file. Okay. You can see that the two line of codes run as a whole. You see the print hello world result and the print welcome to Python mastery course results here. Remember that this hello world is the side effect of the print hello world. Each print function, print is a built-in function. There are many built-in functions that you can see them in the Python websites. Here in the Python official website, you can go to the docs and see the built-in functions. We look at the Python 3.13 because we use this version of Python. Okay, so here we can find the built-in functions. This is the built-in functions that you can read about all of them here. Input, print, pow, var, zip, tuple, type, and the others. We will work with this over time. Let's get back to the topic. Now that you're familiar with Python's built-in functions, it's time to learn three important concepts. 1. Side effects. 2. Arguments. 3. Return values. These concepts will help you better understand what a function actually does and how it interacts with the rest of your program. Side effect in programming refers to actions that a function performs, such as modifying external variables, printing outputs, writing to files, or altering states elsewhere in the program. This is different from return values, which are outputs explicitly returned by the function without affecting the external environment. Look at this hello world. This is a side effect of the print function. Okay. Now, what is the arguments? Arguments in programming are values that you provide to a function when calling it. So, Here, hello world is an argument for the print function. They're used by the function as input data to perform its tasks. A return value is the data a function sends back to the part of the program that called it. It's an internal result that can be stored in a variable or used in future calculations. You use the return keyword in Python to produce a return value. So next, we'll take a look at two ways return values are commonly used in functions. By using another built-in functions called input, we'll explore these concepts in action. Here, the what is your name is an argument for the input function. So when we run this program, the side effect will display the prompt and waits for the user input. The prompt is what is your name. So what is your name is an argument and a side effect too. Then the string that the user types is returned and stored in the name variable. Here, this string is a return value. Okay, so look at this. We will run the program. Before we will run the program, just look at this print function. Here we have two arguments for the print functions. One is the hello string and the other is the name variable. So we have two arguments for the print function here. And the final side effect of the print function is the hello string and whatever saves in the name variable. Okay, this is the side effect of the input function. We should enter an string for the input function. Okay. We enter the John as the user's name. So this John string will store in the name variable. Now the hello John is the side effect of the print function. We also need to get familiar with another concept called variables. Variables are containers for storing data values. Here in this example, the name is a variable. Okay. Whatever the user enters will store in the name variable. Python has no command for declaring a variable. A variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. We have different data types. Look at these three different variables. So we have stored tree in these three variables. But in X, we have a variable with the type of integer. In y, we have a variable with the type of floating point. And in z, we have a variable with the type of string. We'll take a closer look at data types later on. In the next video, we'll cover comments and pseudocode in detail, along with an introduction to algorithms. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to like and subscribe.